those anecdotes, the stories that say, okay, let me tell you. Let me read you this is an example from one of my papers that I graded the other day. In an episode of the popular FX show 30 Days, a character named Chris was a programmer in New York City who lost his job to outsourcing. During the show, Chris goes to India to see where his job was taken. He lives there for 30 days, meeting the people who took his job and many others, learning why outsourcing happens, and begins to see the other half's perspective. Chris was devastated when he first lost his job, but soon realizes the many reasons his superiors deemed it necessary. Many Americans are deeply concerned with the effects of outsourcing by businesses and raise the ethical question of such practices. Is it ethical to outsource jobs to other countries and take away those jobs from Americans? Many people who are not learned in the topic of business believe it is not, but I believe it is ethical for many reasons. Okay, so we have, whether or not you agree with them, he does what James said. He gives us an example about somebody who lost their job because of outsourcing, and then gives us a chance to kind of pull in and go, well, let me see here. See what he has to say there. So, an example. Excellent.
Okay. So how many of y'all use these in your introduction? One of these. Everybody, I hope, because you have to start it somewhere. Does anyone want to share which one they began with? Everyone's waiting their time.
I think mine's journalism specific, but it's a really crappy introduction.
I forgot my paper. I read mine because mine is great.
We can pull it up online if you want. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't want to read it.
Oh, you don't want to read it?
How did you start yours off? What did you use?
I actually started mine with the thesis because I did a pretty strongly argumentative thesis, and so I figured either people were going to be really interested and read the paper, which is who I wanted to read it, or they're not going to care, and I don't want them to read it anyways.
Okay.
So I started with the thesis.
Good. So you used the controversy,
Yeah.
controversial introduction. Good job. Good. Okay. What other types did y'all use? You don't have to tell me about what you wrote or how you did it, but if you want to just tell me which ones you used.
Question.
A question? Okay. Good.